Good morning, traders. This is Tony D from easyMarkets here in Sydney. Trader Talk for today is that we had the euro push fresh highs. The continuation of the rally is a little bit one way here, a little bit surprising given that you would expect some point to have a little bit of pushback from the US dollar. You might get that tomorrow with the CPI numbers, but the FOMC minutes did not provide that. Only sort of outcome from the FOMC minutes is that December's increase in chances, but the biggest takeaway is that some members have elevated concern about inflation being not temporary. No, so the low inflation. So it's really up for this CPI number to allay those fears for those members. There's 4 members of the FOMC who didn't vote or didn't think that it is appropriate to raise rates this year. Those guys may gain in number if we do get a weaker than expected number on Friday, putting some doubt into that Fed rate hike, and that's another source of US dollar weakness if that outcome comes in. If it is a little bit stronger though, given that the euro has been one way the whole week, then the ability for the US dollar to push back and a bit of profit taking, now that the targets have been hit, because this is the target, the previous support now is going to become the resistance. The targets have been hit for the week, so the market can settle down and just trade sideways or have a bit of profit taking. The pair that we're playing at the moment is long euro yen. Now, why is that? It's because stocks are so strong that if you're looking for a way to get into the long euro trade and you're a little worried about the US dollar side of things, then you get exposure to dollar yen movement, and that's related to what's going on in chances of Fed raising rates and also what's going on in the stock market. So dollar yen's quite strong, holding up better than almost any other US dollar pair, whilst the euro is just going gangbusters here. So that's why we've broken above that 133 level. You can see that the charts are looking a lot more bullish. And on the longer time frame, if you go back to the daily, you can see that we're in a huge uptrend here in euro yen. So this is just a resumption of the uptrend, targeting now the previous highs, which is around about 134, so around 100 pips higher. And we could easily get that on a strong CPI number on Friday. At this point, if you're long euro yen, you don't want a weak CPI number. That would actually affect the dollar yen more dramatically, and even though the euro will go up, at the same time the dollar yen probably fall faster. So the euro yen net will end up down. Now this, when you're looking at pairs like this is intermarket analysis, and if you're interested in this sort of trading, looking at how one pair moves and affects the other pair. A good example, apart from what's going on here in the euro yen, is in the Aussie Kiwi. The Aussie Kiwi is currently enjoying a nice little rally on the back of New Zealand dollar weakness, okay, but is how long until that US dollar, the Kiwi weakness fades away, and when do we get the results of the election? The election results, the answer should come through today. All right, if that's going to be the case, then either way, the market's going to move dramatically here, and it's from the Kiwi dollar side. So this chart, you can't see that there's a lot of volatility pent up, and these going to be a move one way or the other. So while it looks very strong, if you have your danger sense up by knowing about what's going on in the market fundamentally, then you can look to not trade this as bullishly as the chart suggests, and perhaps wait for the announcement from who is going to be forming power. If Labor gets into power, then it's going to be straight up. If the Nationals, which are the favoured to get into power, then we should see a gentle to aggressive pullback here towards that 109, 108.50 level, and that's where a much better level, if you're playing this for the fundamental side of things, is a much better level to get in once you see some buying and some support come through on the pair again. So just this sort of intermarket correlation analysis and trading with multiple charts does require that you do check a few different markets, that you do look at your financial calendar each day. If you're interested in getting that and adding that to your tool set, really helps the technical traders. Then below in the contact details on YouTube there, you'll see there's a link to join the Active Traders group, and this is some of the education you're going to get in that group, along with some very solid technical education. You'll get the access to a dealer like myself, and then over time you will learn most of what's the main theme in the market, what you should be watching, what the big risks are on any trade with any cross. Alright guys, best of luck today. Be a little nimble. The market is potentially in consolidation and profit taking mode today. If you do need help, call the number below.